close this door so you guys don't see my pantry. Alright, so what I'm doing is I'm going to be using a butternut squash, and this time I'm going to slice it thin. The idea is to have kind of like a crispiness to it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mix the sauce that I'm going to be putting on top of the butternut, which will be, this is tofu mixed in with edamame, and of course green peppers, but this time a lot more green peppers than last time, because last time was very, very light and you couldn't really taste it. And then at the very end, I'm going to cover it up with chia seeds, which are very good for you. Come in to watch how I'm going to be putting together. See you soon. We look forward to seeing you.
Welcome to Healthy Vegan Living! Chia seeds are a good source of omega-3 fatty acids, fiber, antioxidants, iron, and calcium. A 28-gram or 1-ounce serving of chia seeds also contain 5.6 grams of protein. Half a cup of shelled edamame is 120 calories, 9 grams of fiber, 2.5 grams of fat, 1.5 grams of polyunsaturated fat, 0.5 grams of monounsaturated fats, 11 grams of protein, 13 grams of carbohydrate, 15 milligrams of sodium. It has vitamin C, iron, vitamin A, and calcium.
The first step I did is I took a Crofton pan. I don't use silicone, so I put parchment paper over the top of it. Probably need several of these pans. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to cut up the butternut squash. Now I actually love the skin of butternut squash, so I'm not going to cut the skin. What I am going to do is I am going to cut it apart so we can take the seeds out. So use a tablespoon like that. Just carve it out. Now some people, I found out, actually like the filament fiber that I've been scraping out. If you're one of those people, leave it in. Though I've even found out that some people cook the butternut squash with the seeds in them. I've never done that. So I may try that out and see what that's like. But I haven't found that this part of the squash is all that tasty for me. Alright, so we're going to clean these seeds later. Okay, so what we're doing here is we're going to make slices. I'm going to do this on both of them, and I'm going to speed it up so that you guys don't have to watch me do this. But the idea is to be able to get about 1/4 inch rounds and something like that, okay? Alright, so what we did is we cut our peppers in small pieces. We also put the edamame in here, which will add additional protein to it. Plus we're going to cut this half block of extra firm tofu. We're going to save the water, the tofu water, because we're going to need some liquid later on. These pieces here that I cut, these peppers that I cut, I'm going to dip them in the sauce, and we're also going to put them in this on top. So you're going to see how it all comes together. Alright, so I'm just going to be quiet and I'm going to run this through. If you watch my last video where I did this, it's going to be very similar. What we're doing different is we're doubling up on the peppers and we're doubling up on the edamame. Thank you. We'll see you in a little bit. The addition of tofu. Alright, so we cooked it for about 50 minutes, and this is what we're gonna pull the trays up. And then we're gonna test each one. These are all cooked. Okay. Now look at the oven. Close your door. Press off. Make sure that the oven's off. If it's cold in your home, what you can sometimes do is open it up a little bit, and then that'll escape the heat. Okay? The heat will escape and warm up your home. Alright, so let's test these. Now these are the butternut squash with the green pepper and tofu and edamame added to it, and chia seeds. Now you can see it's dry on one side and not dry on the other side. So we're just going to try right here. Okay, like that. And what you can't really taste the chia seeds. It's just like a little bit of a flavor to it. But these are perfectly cooked. They taste good. And it's another interesting party tray that you can bring to a party. And if you bring it to non-vegans, you can just tell them it's some kind of elk nut thing. They'll never realize it's vegan food. All right, so let's plate this. All right, so you'd use a metal one, because it'd be a lot easier to get off your plate. Right there. Then put this to the side and put the other ones together. This over here is the green peppers. See, they're kind of crispy. Well, they're not destroyed, but they're not really what I call a winner. You can consider it that it's a vegetable with protein on it, and I think it needs more salt. But it's not objectionable. Put some of these on the side. Now this is quite good. This is very good. I think if I had used Italian seasoning, it might even be better. But this is quite good. So what it is, the top is dried, but if you flip it over, the bottom is still a little wet. Alright, so here is basically where my finger is pointing. This is basically butternut with the sauce and the herbs. Butternut, the sauce, and the chia seeds. Over here you have peppers with the sauce and the herb de Provence, pepper and salt. I don't think that this worked out. I think maybe it might work with more salt, but the rest is okay. Interesting, something to bring to a party or just to try out on your dinner. Thanks again for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video.
If you like this channel, please subscribe. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Thank you for watching.